Good afternoon, Cross-Timbers. Today's March 20th, 2017, and I'm Danny Hernandez. Today's top stories are a local retail store liquidation, a campus organization outrage, and the passing of a rock and roll legend. These stories and more coming up on Texan TV. In campus news, a teacher found these flyers in the Fine Arts building over the break. The organization is called Vanguard America. A post on their website says that the organization organized a mass poster effort. They have posted their materials in campuses across Texas. It is not known if the materials were posted by a student of Tarleton State on the wall, but a teacher has filed a police report over the incident. In local news, JCPenney will be closing its Stephenville store. The official announcement was made Friday when the retailer released a list of 138 stores it plans to close. It's hard, extremely hard, Doug Long, local store manager, said. These people are family, but the company made a business decision, and we're moving forward. The Bosque River Center location was one of 9 in Texas to be shuttered. According to information released in February, the closure represents less than 5% of the company's total annual sales. The stores identified for closure either require significant capital to achieve the company's new brand standard or have little cash flow today. Relative to the company's overall average, the nationwide closures are expected to eliminate thousands of jobs in 40 states, saving the company an estimated $200 million. The liquidation process for the majority of the affected stores is expected to begin in April, with most of the stores closing in June. And now today's Texas national and international sports from the Associated Press. A 33-year-old man brought to a Southeast Texas county jail on trespassing charges shortly died after arriving. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office says the man passed out in the booking area before he was processed in the county jail on Saturday. Medical personnel began life-saving measures and an ambulance was summoned. Authorities say he couldn't be revived. He's been identified Sunday as Byron James Session of Netherland. An autopsy has been ordered and the Sheriff's Office and police nearby Port Arthur are investigating. We will give you more information as it becomes available. In national news, rock legend Chuck Berry died Saturday at age 90, leaving behind not only a core of rock classics such as Johnny B. Good and Roll Over Beethoven, but countless descendants and songs clearly in debt to him in sound and in spirit. Let's turn to AP for a tribute.
Rock and roll's founding guitar hero and storyteller Chuck Berry died Saturday at his home west of St. Louis. Berry is credited with defining music's joy and rebellion in such classics as Johnny B. Good, Sweet Little 16, and Roll Over Beethoven. Berry's core repertoire has some 36 songs. He influenced musicians from the Beatles and the Rolling Stones to garage bands and arena acts that self-identified as rock and roll. Emergency responders were summoned to Berry's home after his caretaker found him unresponsive. According to police, he was pronounced dead shortly before 1:30 p.m. Berry was 90 years old. Vanessa Alvarez, Associated Press.
In international news, according to AP News, blood tests determined Sunday that a suspected Islamic extremist consumed drugs and alcohol before a spree of violence that ended when he took a soldier hostage at Paris Orly Airport. He was shot dead by her fellow patrolman, yelling that he wanted to kill and die for Allah. Belgisem wrestled a soldier's assault rifle, but was shot to death by 2 other soldiers before he could fire the military-grade weapon. Paris prosecutor Francis Mullen said. For more of today's national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. The House Intelligence Committee hearings start Monday into Russia's role in cyber interference in last year's U.S. election. The investigation includes President Trump's claim that former President Obama had him wiretapped. Senate confirmation hearings are set for Monday for Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch. If confirmed, the appellate court judge from Colorado would replace the late Antonin Scalia. North Korean state-run media announced the country tested a rocket engine that could be used for launching satellites. North Korea claims the engine would have peaceful uses. The country is banned from testing long-range missiles. And firefighters say a wildfire near Boulder, Colorado is at least 50% contained. It forced residents to evacuate hundreds of homes. Shirley Smith, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
The Sweet 16 in this year's tournament is set after a Sunday filled with close games and 2 huge upsets. Number 7 seed South Carolina beat number 2 seed Duke. Another number 2 team, Louisville, was taken down by Michigan to lead the ACC. The teams now return home to get ready for the next set of games that begin Thursday. Here's a look at the Sweet 16 by region. In the East Regional, Wisconsin, Florida, Baylor, and South Carolina are still alive. In the Midwest Regional, Kansas, Purdue, Oregon, and Michigan. In the South Regional, North Carolina, Butler, UCLA, and Kentucky. In the West Regional, Gonzaga, West Virginia, Xavier, and Arizona. For weather, we turn to Mackenzie Jordan.
Thanks, Danny. And for today's weather, we can expect highs in the low to mid 80s and bright sunshine. Continuing throughout the week, we can expect the temperatures to continue to rise with no chance of rain.
This has been production of a Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable Channel 9. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all your latest local, state, national, and international news. Today's broadcast was produced by Mackenzie Jordan, Rebecca Hernandez, and Sydney Burns. Have a wonderful day, Texans.